Scotland to be first country to have universal free period products.
Here's a summary of the article.
Scotland will become the first country in the world to introduce free universal access to period products if a new law is passed in Holyrood today, though the MSP behind the legislation has said it is just the first step in ending the stigma of menstruation in Scottish society. Scottish Labour's Monica Lennon, who has campaigned for period products to be made free in public toilets and workplaces, expects to see her bill approved by the Scottish Parliament after winning backing for it by the Scottish Government. Once access to period products is secured for all, our next steps must be ensuring women's health in general remains high on the political agenda in Scotland and that we end all stigma around menstruation. This should start with menstrual well-being education in all schools. The bill was introduced by Ms. Lennon last year following years of campaigning to end period poverty, an issue highlighted by the Trussell Trust Scotland after it found many women and girls accessing its food banks were also in need of sanitary products. It will ensure free period products can be accessed by anyone who needs them, including in schools, colleges and universities. Scotland will not be the last country to make period poverty history, but it now has a chance to be the first. This law will ensure no one has to go without essential period products. Thanks to a bold grassroots campaign and cross-party support, Scotland has already taken great strides to improve access to period products. Legislation is a world-leading opportunity to secure period dignity for all women, girls and people who menstruate.
This post received a score of 92,000, with an upvote ratio of 84%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Guys, the headline for this article is misleading. The law will only make menstrual supplies available in restrooms of public buildings, where you can already get toilet paper for free. It's more that menstrual products received toilet paper status. It doesn't mean all sanitary products will be free.
Thanks for that explanation, that makes way more sense. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how you would get my box for the month, like this a subscription service, or do I get a coupon? But, I'm totally on board with this too.
You can still buy them in shops too. No, they're not terrible. The way that my institution has done it is to have free sanitary vending machines with branded products in them, the same as you might buy in a shop. They come in little boxes of 2 medium pads or tampons. Yes, it is amazing when you panic because you've forgotten to bring a tampon to the library only to remember they've got your back. They really don't have to make the free tampons terrible because they're tampons. No one's eating them. Everyone still buys their own if they can afford because they have a preferred fit, don't want to take too many from the public machine.
Greater than 2. No, they're not terrible. And even if they kinda sucked, having a tampon is better than no tampon. I can't imagine if I was a homeless woman how desperate I'd be for any serviceable period product. Getting your period out in public with no proper materials is embarrassing and painful, and anything that reduces that is amazing to me.
Like terrible TP is better than no TP. You use what you can when you can. Some types of moss is the best, by the way. So soft.
Not as soft as a swan's neck. It's about bloody time, works on so many levels.
That sign, though. I don't need to trace it. I know how big letters should be.
#IT. About blue dye time.
She did not plan out the letter spacing for the sign. In America, some women's bathrooms have machines where you put in 75 cents to $1 and you can purchase a pad or tampon, but 50% of the time, at least for me, the machine was out of stock and took my money anyway.
I've always assumed that every one of these machines is always empty or broken. They usually are. I've bled for 21 years and have used a public vending machine tampon precisely once.
I've needed a vending machine product once, and they only had tampons. I couldn't wear tampons back then, didn't really know how to at that age. It was not a fun time. In those times I got really good at making the emergency TP pad. Now that I'm older I use a cup, and also my period is way more regular, so thankfully this hasn't been a thing in years. If I had had free and easy access to pads as a younger person, it would have been amazing.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.